wish our heart didn't matter. I wish I didn't wanna stay. I wanna wear her sweater and not break down in my room. Cause there's nothing sweeter than the bitter taste of you. Than the bitter taste of you.
になってるかっていうのを先に見せたからさ
でもこれはこっちがゾウやからさ。
いやでも多分なもう全部こっちに入んねん。
あ、そうなん。
で多分こっちはもうスト
引き出し。ぶちょぶちょ。
I know when you leave it won't feel the same. Just try to remember the game you played.
これを全部入ってたやつ。思ったより多いな。出してみると。これをきれいに仕分けしていくのね。はい。
But a few drinks, yeah, they might just set me free. Do you think that we share a kind of energy? Am I just too busy making memories now? Too hard to let go, too quick to say no. How far can we fall till we can't turn back? But what good is
これはカインズのスキット M を何個買ってる
eyes on your phone, you're never alone. Even when I'm gone, yeah, you'll still be there. Do you even care? I know when you leave it won't feel the same. Just try to remember the game you played. Yeah, we stayed out, getting high in your balcony. Your lips, they taste so heavenly. I can't let you get the best of me now. But a few drinks, yeah, they might just set me free. You think that we share a kind of energy? Am I just too busy making memories now?
こっちが
こっちはよく料理で使うやつで、そっちは保存食とか、まあ、お茶とかなんかそういう。
I know when you leave it won't feel the same. Just try to remember the game you played. Yeah, we stayed out, getting high in your balcony. Your lips, they taste so heavenly. I can't let you get the best of me now. But a few drinks, yeah, they might just set me free. Do you think that we share a kind of energy? Am I just too busy making memories now? Too hard to let go, too quick to say no. How far can we fall till we can't turn back? But what good is that? Your eyes on your phone, you're never alone. Even when I'm gone, yeah, you'll still be there. Do you even care? I know when you leave it won't feel the same.
こ
both have changed for the better or for the worse. But either way, we won't know we are all the same. I haven't talked to you in a while, which I regret. You even know my name anymore, but you forget. No, it's hard for you to say it's on your mind. I don't know yours either. Been alone in my mind for a pretty long time, just trying to figure out if everything's fine. Haven't done a good job though, 'cause I don't. I don't know if I can hold on, even though I've been told 1,000 times that I can. But if you call a spade a club, doesn't mean it makes a flush. If all you've got are diamonds in the rough. Alchemical chemistry, changing coal to flame, igniting the fuel before it gets a chance to shine. You really need to shine a light through in order to assess the true value. But can you tell in the dark they're lying by your side? I haven't talked to you in a while, which I regret. Do you even know my name anymore? Do you forget? I know it's hard for you to say it's on your mind. I don't know yours either. Been alone in my mind for a pretty long time, just trying to figure out if everything's fine. Haven't done a good job though, 'cause I don't know. Forgive me if I told you that I've wanted to run away 1,000 times. Would you forgive me if I told you that I've gone around and started committing crime to keep my mind occupied on something other than these silly lies? You don't really give a fuck, do you? You just wanna hear me say that I love you. Would you forgive me? Oh, forgive me. I haven't talked to you.
帰り早かったね。何食べてきた？食べてきたんやろ。いただきます。
The longer I sit in the dark, the harder it is to see. I ain't meditating, I'm just hibernating, trying to get myself through the week in the hope I'll see you soon. Sometimes my breath doesn't feel like enough, and I wonder, do the birds mind the rain and the thunder? 'Cause if it's true what they say about time speeding up as we get older, I wish I could fly through this storm, so I could spend more of it with you. I sent you a letter again. Did you see? There's nothing but space there, but it would mean a lot to me if you could respond soon. Sometimes my breath doesn't feel like enough, and I wonder, do the birds mind the
この
rain?
型抜きの完成。
If it's true what they say about time speeding up as we get older, I wish I could fly through this storm.
どうぞ食べてみてください。
ます。あ、ちょっともちもちすぎて。 知らね
どう？
えよし
あ、そう。見て、できてん。
あら
でもな、びっくらこきまして
絶対無理よブラジャーぐらいスポブラ
スポブラニットの完成。着てみようか。
着れんの？
着れるで。着れます。ヒートテック丸出し。どう？
かっこいい。
未来型やろ、だいぶ。
どうすんのそれ。
それは未来型で着るよ。
wish I could